Have you ever stood outside in the early morning, right at the moment the sun breaks over the horizon? There is a quiet, sudden energy in that light. Thousands of years ago, people looked at that same transition from darkness to day and found a way to describe our own ability to move through a crisis. This is a passage from the Rigveda, one of the oldest collections of human thought. This specific section, known as Hymn 3, was written to preserve a very specific understanding of how we find our way back to health and clarity. The text introduces us to the Ashvins. They are twin brothers, often described as horsemen who arrive just before the sun. Their job is to ride ahead of the morning, carrying the light that eventually pushes away the night. But the ancient writers didn't see them as warriors. They were called celestial physicians. In these stories, whenever someone is trapped in a desperate or impossible situation, these twins are the ones who arrive to provide a rescue. The twins represent a specific combination of traits. They bring together rapid, precise action and a deep, quiet sense of wisdom. These stories suggest that true restoration, the kind that lasts, requires a balance. You need the skill to act decisively, but you also need the wisdom to ensure that action is guided by the truth. This wasn't just an abstract philosophy to the ancients. The texts ground these ideas in stories of physical, surgical repair. One legend describes a warrior queen named Vishpala who lost her leg in battle. According to the hymn, the twins arrived and fitted her with a prosthetic leg of iron, allowing her to stand and return to the vanguard of the fight. In another account, they visited an aging sage named Chyavana. They used their knowledge of nature to restore his lost youth and vitality, showing a mastery over the process of aging itself. These legends provided the foundation for Ayurveda, an ancient approach to medicine that focuses on treating the whole person, both the body and the mind. We see the results of this history in this photograph. It shows an active medical procedure, part of a lineage of practice that has survived from those early texts into modern times. To the people who wrote these hymns, medicine was the ultimate example of this balance. It required surgical precision and a profound sense of care. Later, in the great epic called the Mahabharata, these two traits were personified as two human brothers, Nakula and Sahadeva. The first brother, Nakula, was a master of the sword and a trainer of wild horses. He represents vital energy and the ability to execute a plan with absolute precision. His twin, Sahadeva, was a master of strategy and astrology. He represents the ability to clearly see the bigger picture and understand the cosmic truths that guide our lives. For centuries, people engaged with these ideas through outward rituals, like the one in this photograph. They would gather around a central fire pit and offer clarified butter to the flames as a sign of devotion. But there is an internal side. On the left, we see the physical ritual. On the right, elements transform. The fire becomes inner awareness, and offerings represent thoughts purified by discipline. These texts guide an inward journey, teaching us to refine our own character. This balance of traits is still visible in our lives today. We see it in the intense focus of a scientist working in a lab, or in the difficult decisions a leader has to make during a crisis. Both situations require that same combination of deep insight and the courage to take the next step. This is what the ancients called a partnership. It suggests that while there are forces in the world that can help us, we have to be active participants in our own lives. We have to do the work to meet those forces halfway. We can cultivate both of these roles within ourselves. We can be the disciplined warrior, taking precise action to solve our problems, while also being the visionary who seeks out a deeper understanding of why those problems exist. The ultimate promise of the Rigveda is that darkness is never permanent. Just as the night eventually gives way to the dawn, a period of struggle can lead to a period of new possibilities. We find our own inner healers when we bring relentless precision to our challenges and use quiet, enduring wisdom to light the path forward.